Alright, how you doing? So today we're going to be looking at how to create a preset with the Axe 8 but without using the Axe 8 edit. Maybe you don't have access to a laptop or a PC with Axe 8 edit on it. You're at a gig, you're at a practice and you need to use the actual Axe 8 itself to either edit or create a preset. And you know, the Axe 8, it's not the simplest of units out there to use, albeit it's not difficult, but it's not quite straightforward. So let's do a quick video here, just starting from scratch, creating a preset and see what happens. So as you can see, I found a totally blank bank here with a blank preset. So let's go into that preset first, and as you can see there, it's totally blank, nothing there. So let's start creating our effects and amps and cabs and what have you. So what we're going to look at here is the tabs at the top. The tab that we're particularly interested in at first is the layout tab. So to get to the layout tab, you just simply press the page button across, and then that will take you straight into the layout page. So what we need to do first really here is to join the input to the output, and that way you will get sound. If you don't do that, you will not get sound. So what I like to tend to do is to start from the second one down and use that as my base preset line. So the quickest way I found to do this, basically to join them up, is simply to hit enter, keep your finger pressed on enter, and that will then create shunts from the input to the output. So let's do that now. Keep your finger pressed down, and as you can see there, it's creating all the shunts that you're going to need from the input to the output. Okay, once that's done, go back using the D knob to the beginning. So what I like to do now is I like to kind of keep the first four, free for things like gates, for wahs, for maybe flanges or phases, stuff like that go before the amp. But what I really want to do first here is let's put an amp in. And I'm just going to, for the sake of argument's sake, is just put an amp in the fourth shunt across. So highlight the fourth shunt and then simply turn the A knob until you see amp. There you go. Obviously if I keep turning it, it's going to go through all the different effects that you can enter into these shunts, but we're looking for an amp here at first, so let's just put that in. Let's go back until it highlights amp and simply hit enter, and the amp is in there. Now once amp's in there, you're going to want to pick which amp you want obviously to use. And to do that, simply make sure that's highlighted, which it should be if you haven't moved it, and hit the edit button here. Hit edit, and that will take you into all the types of different amps that is within the Axe 8. Obviously if you hit the page button across, it's going to take you through all these different tabs along the top here, where you can change all the different parameters of those amps. But first what you want to do is actually pick an amp. So let's just go across here and pick an amp that you want. Maybe it's a Blues Junior, just for argument's sake. Okay, once that's highlighted, hit enter. That should then be entered into that shunt, and hit exit, and it should be there. I don't actually have my guitar plugged in right now. This is just for demonstration purposes, but you get the idea. And obviously next is you're going to want to put in the cabinet. So again, just go along to the next shunt using the D knob until the next one along, or you might even want to go along to the next one if you maybe want to put an enhancer in there between the amp and the cab. Entirely up to you, but I just tend to use the next shunt along from the amp. So again, you just turn the A knob until you see cabinet. Here we go. Hit flashing cab, hit enter, and that's that. Once again, to edit which cab you want, you simply make sure the cab is highlighted, hit edit, and that will then take you into the cabinet parameters, what you can change. And once again, simply use the A knob to cycle through all of the different cabs within the Axe 8. There you go. I'm just going to pick one totally random here, which is actually a 1x10, which is actually not a bad little pick there. Hit enter, and that should be then be entered into the cab shunt. From there you can change what resolution you want simply by turning, as you can see there, it's telling you to turn the B knob for the mode. So if I was to turn the B knob there, as you can see there, it's changing from stereo, ultra res, stereo, normal res, or ultra res. I always tend to use the ultra resolution ones. So great stuff there. As you can see, you can change all the different parameters just by going up and down, whatever you want. Fairly straightforward. Okay, so from there we can exit out of there. The next thing you might want to do is a reverb or a delay. Generally, I'll put the reverb near the end of the chain. Not quite the end, but near the end. Say there. Once again, simply turn the ear. You get the idea now. Turn the ear knob until the reverb appears. Once reverb is flashing, hit enter. Again, we need to edit the reverb. Simply hit the edit button, and that will then take you into all the different parameters of that reverb. So once again, we can turn the ear knob just to go through all the different types of reverb. Let's go with a recording studio reverb. Okay, and hit enter, and that's that. Obviously I'm doing this for speed, but you can then go into all the different parameters and change them however you would like. Now if you want to create an effect in parallel, you would do that by simply highlighting a box below or above your original line. Turn the ear knob until you see shunt, hit enter. That will then create a shunt. Now you're going to need to pick an effect. So say you want delay. Once again, turn the ear knob until delay appears, hit enter. That will then put delay in there. Now what you're going to need to do is to join the delay shunt that we've just created to our original line here, so it actually is incorporated in the patch. So how you do that is, I would go up and along. Now always start from the shunt that you want to connect to the delay. Okay, so in this case I would start from there because I want to connect that to that. Okay, so you would simply hit enter, and as you can see there, that starts the connection process. Use E to go up and down. Now you can see that is flashing to the delay, which is exactly where I want to go to connect it. And once again I would hit enter, and from there you can see the line now appears, and that is created one half of the connection. Once again, simply connect. Now I want to connect the delay back to our original line here. So once again, you start from the shunt that you want to connect, hit enter. That will start the connection process. Use the E knob to go up and down to the shunt that you want to connect it to, which is that one. Once again, hit enter, and there you have it. It is now connected in parallel to the original line. And I think that's pretty much about it. Like I say, it's not too complicated. You just originally need to know the process and the buttons to maybe push on how to do it, and from there you can then start creating your own presets with not too much hassle, I hope. And once again, just highlight that. It's just a matter of highlighting the box that you want, using the ear knob to select the effect that you want, graphic EQ, hit enter, and to actually edit the effect, you simply hit the edit button. That will take you in there, whichever effect you have chosen, exit to come out, and that's basically how to edit a preset using the actual Axe 8. Now if you keep hitting edit, it will take you through all the different effects or things that you have within the preset, and from there you can just go back in and adjust however you would like. Very simple, nothing really complicated. It's just a matter of knowing the menu system within the Axe 8 really. That's pretty much it. I hope this has helped some of you who's had a little bit of confusion. Like I say, it's not too complicated. Please subscribe if you want to, and like the video if you don't mind. It really helps me out, and I will see you in the next video.